Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Felissimo Friday and we have a set of Felissimos here. This is set number 4 and we will be doing the coloring craft. So we will be coloring this craft. I will speed that up and then we will come back after the speed up and actually do the craft. So this one here looks like it is a brain work. It's a rosette. It's a first prize type ribbon type thing. Oh dear, it's going to be a long day. So we will color that and we will finish that up as well as do the swatch for summer. This is from 61 to 80. It says, wet sand between your toes, swell of the surf creating color, skin warm from the sun, ocean tide saying aloha. And it's got the beautiful blues and greens and summery colors. So I'm going to switch it over to the close-up camera and we're going to color the swatch. And then I will be doing the coloring for the craft card, and I will of course speed that up so that you're not sitting here all day watching me color a craft card. And then we will of course put together the craft and yeah, make something pretty. Alright, so the names to these ones are of course summary type of names, so I will of course read those out. I am doing a special thing with the names. If you want to play along, I do really enjoy reading them. So what I'm doing is I'm placing all of the names in the description below the video, and I would like you to put the names together in a little story. And some of the ones that people have come up with are absolutely fantastic. It's just spectacular. I just absolutely love all of the special stories that you guys come up with. A friend of mine, when we were going through the different sets, said, you know, a lot of these names in each set you can just put together to make a really cool sentence or a really cool story. So that's what we're doing. So please play along. I absolutely do love reading them. They are fun and, you know, gives your brain a little bit of a workout. So please do play along. All right, I'm going to switch over to the close-up camera here, and we're going to start doing the swatch. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit so that you can see a little bit better. Every once in a while, I'm going to readjust this thing. There we go. That's better. Okay, so we have Tidal Solstice. Tidal Solstice. And I'm going to turn the page just a little bit here so I can color on it. These swatch charts I do keep in the little boxes until I go through and put them in the bigger box. I'm keeping them in the little boxes while I do the Felissimo Fridays. So I'm just doing a very light layer, not putting any pressure on this at all. Now I'm going to start putting a little more pressure. This paper is not wonderful paper. I have swatched these on cardstock and they did swatch a lot nicer than they have been swatching on the paper that comes with it. But there is our Tidal Solstice. It's a lovely, lovely light blue. All right, and then we have Sandy Sunday. Sandy Sunday. Almost sounds like a name of a song. You know, sort of like Monday, Monday. And again, I'm just going very lightly, filling in the center area of the swatch area. And then I'm just going to put a little bit more pressure, and we're going to put a dark area here as well to show the differences between the layers. So the more you layer up, the darker the color gets. And that one is Sandy Sunday. The Felissimo set is a square penciled set. You can purchase this via subscription, monthly subscription, or you can purchase the entire set all at once. This one here is called Sapphire Surge. I, of course, have no patience, and my husband purchased them all at once because he knew that if I got these one at a time, it would drive me nuts. So he did purchase the entire set all at once for me. And I have been playing with them. And at some point soon, after we've gone through and looked at each set, I will be going through and re-establishing a color order for them, but we'll be doing that much later. So that was Sapphire Surge. This one here is called Cerulean Horizon. And as you can probably tell, there's a theme here. There's a lot of blues for the summer skies, the oceans, that sort of thing. Lots and lots of blues going on here. Really, really pretty blues too. Again, just building that color up so that you can tell what colors they're going to be as you color. This one here is called Blazing Azure. And like I said, some of the names on the pencils are absolutely fantastic. They were very creative when naming these pencils. And when you're naming 500 pencils, you have to kind of be a little more creative with the names so that they're not boring. They could have done blue, darker blue, darker blue, that sort of thing, but they got very creative. This one is called a Majestic Marine. And we're going into the seafoam green colors now. And of course I will switch over to the other camera after I'm done the swatch so that we can look at the actual colors of the greens and that sort of thing better. For some reason my close-up camera really doesn't like green. I don't know why, but sometimes it just says, nope, I'm not doing green. So we will of course look at the greens and that sort of thing on the other camera. So that one is Majestic Marine. This one is called Castaway Harbor. Oh, that's pretty. That is a pretty color. So again, getting further into those aquatic green colors. Go over this a few times, just adding just a little bit more pressure and getting that deep color. And the next one is called Beachside Palm. Beachside Palm. Ooh, that's a pretty color too. I'm barely touching the page with the pencil. And now I'm going to just put down a little bit more pressure here, getting that deeper color. Like I said, this paper is not all that fantastic. It's very, very smooth, so putting down many, many layers is very difficult. So you have to be careful and make sure that you get the right amount of pressure on your pencil. This one here is called Surfs Up. Surfs Up. And it is a very pale color. And it looks more of a really pale blue-green. Be fantastic for the skyline. Just putting down just a little bit of pressure and getting that color built up there. It's a very pale, pale blue. And this one is called Sparkling Bubbles. Love it. Again, another light blue. This one is not as pale as Surfs Up, but it still has a touch of that green tone in it, almost like a very light turquoise. Just putting a little bit of pressure down and just building that color. But as you can see, they are very, very light colors. Now the next one is Brilliant Botanica. And again, we're going into our green tones. This was the aquatic green tones. Now we're going into the foliage green tones. So some of the more truer yellow greens instead of the blue greens. This is a really nice light green. I'm going to put a little bit more pressure down. The great thing about these, even though they are on a difficult paper, they're not really, really scratchy, which is fantastic. This one here is called Kiwi Keen. So it's going to be a very, very light yellow-green. And again, I'm just very lightly filling in the swatch, and then I'll go over it and build that color up to show our dark area. Just putting down a medium pressure because this paper really doesn't like heavy pressure. There's just not enough tooth for it. Alright, now we're going into some of our yellows. So this one is called Creaming Soda. Beautiful pale yellow. This is going to make such a pretty sunset color. Great for the center of the sun, and also fantastic for that transitioning for the sunset. Just putting down just a little bit more pressure here and getting that dark layer in. The next one is called Playful Pina. Playful Pina. Playful Pina. I'm not quite sure how to say it. I am quite sure that people will correct me, which is perfectly fine, because there are some words that I just can't say. There's, especially when they're a different language. Sometimes I have a difficulty pronouncing things. Again, I'm just putting down a little bit of pressure here. The word looks like the start of piñata, so that's how I try to remember it, is Pina. And this one is called Salty Blonde. So now we're getting into our orange tones. This is a wonderful peach tone. Now I'm just going to start putting a little more pressure down and building that medium to heavy tone here. Which I must say this paper is not liking at all. It did work quite well on the other paper. So this one here is called Picnic Heat. Again, still in the orange tones. This one is a little bit darker than Salty Blonde. I'm telling you, the stories that you guys can make up with these words, these names. It's awesome. It's a pretty color. And then we're going to get into some of the Toasty Afternoon. So this is also another really good skin tone. Can definitely do some good skin tones with these colors. So if you're doing a beach scene and you've got people playing on the beach, this would be a really good set for that. Because it works really good for sand too. These three colors would be great for sand. Just putting a little bit more pressure down and building that color up. And again, that one was Toasty Afternoon. This one here is Seashell Story. It's got a little bit of that clay pink color. Really pretty color. Again, it would work fantastic for that sand look. Also will give your beach bodies a little bit of a tan. Very nice color. Very suiting for the beach. Now we're getting into our sun color. So this is Burning Sunset. So we're getting into the darker orange colors now. The more true orange colors. more towards the red than the yellow. All right. And that one there is called Burning Sunset. And this one here is called Shrimp Taco. This is the last one. This is number 80. And it's a very nice red orange. Actually looks like shrimp once it's, when shrimp are cooked. It's kind of that kind of color. It'd be gorgeous in a sunset or sunrise. All right, now we're just going to put a little bit more pressure down. And build up that dark area. I kind of wish they would have put a little bit better paper with their sets, because the paper is not all that wonderful. All right, so I'm going to put these back in order so that I can move them out of the way without dumping them out, because that would not be good. Let's not drop all the pencils. All right, so I'm going to move this over to the main camera here so you can see the colors. Now I do have a shadow there from the lights. So we've got Tidal Solstice, Sandy Sunday, Sapphire Surge, Cerulean Horizon, Blazing Azure, Majestic Marine, Castaway Harbor, Beachside Palm, Surf's Up, Sparkling Bubbles, Brilliant Botanica, Kiwi Keen, Creaming Soda, Playful Pina, Salty Blonde, Picnic Heat, Toasty Afternoon, Seashell Story, Burning Sunset, and Shrimp Taco. So as you can see, the colors in this set are very, very geared towards the beach scene, towards that aquatic, oceanic type of picture. Now, of course, like I said, the little poem that comes with this, of course, is called Summer. It says, wet sand between your toes, swell of the surf creating color, skin warm from the sun, ocean tide saying aloha. I am going to be coloring the craft card here. So this is the area that we will be coloring, are all of these little water drops and that sort of thing, as well as the ribbons. Now, of course, I will be speeding that up, so I will be back momentarily. It shouldn't take too long once I speed it up to return to you all. Of course, I will be going through and cutting these out as well, and so that we can follow the instructions and that sort of thing. All right, so until I get this colored, I will be back. Like I said, grab your cup of coffee. It won't take long, and we'll get to building. All right, guys, I will be right back. Okay, so that wasn't so bad. So I've colored this. I've used every pencil that was in the set. Um, and we're going to now cut it out. So let's see, what does it say here? Color the paper and cut out the parts. Okay, let's do that. So this part here, let's see if I can cut in a straight line. Okay, so that's part number 1 removed. Now we're going to cut down here. I'll be a little bit more careful cutting down here. That other part is just the instructions, but this part, kind of have to make sure we don't cut it in the wrong spot. All right. And then I'll have to come through and trim things up. But this one has to be right on the line. There we go. Now we're going to just snip that off, because this part is going to be a little finicky, a little bit fiddly. Concentration. As you can probably tell, I do not do paper crafts very often. I have no fiddly scissors. I have big scissors. So I have to make do with what I've got here, because I'm not buying new scissors just so I can do the paper crafts for the Felissimos. Though I probably will end up at some point, depending upon how fiddly things get. Try not to cut my fingernails off. There we go. We didn't cut it in half. Yay! Now we're going to cut it in half. See, I should have just sped up the cutting of the parts so that you wouldn't have to hear me hoping I don't screw it up. Alright, so there's 3 parts done. Now we're going to cut out this part. On the line. I didn't mess it up. Yay! Same with this part right on the line. Or at least close to the line. Alright. Yay! Can't chop any parts off. Not yet, anyway. Not very good at cutting straight lines. Okay, so that's that part. Alright, let's get rid of the... Alright, so there's our 2 colored parts, and our gluing tabs go together there, I think. Maybe? I think maybe this way. And I may have screwed them up. Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, because those go together like so, but I messed them up, so that's okay. They are what they are. All right, we're going to cut out the center piece here. Maybe. It ran away. It ran away under the desk. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. It ran away. So let's cut out the circle. And this one I thought was going to be easy. I think this is the hardest part. Cutting out the pieces without chopping my fingers off. There we go. And 1 circle cut out. Alright, we've got all the pieces cut out. Now it says turn the paper over and fold on the dotted line. Alright. Until you get to this line, I think. So Let's see if we can do this evenly. So we got fold on the dotted line. Yeah. And then fold on this dotted line. Like so. And then fold on that dotted line. Like so. Trying to make them even. And then fold on that dotted line. Can you see where this is going? Hopefully not into a complete mess, but we'll see. And then back and forth, back and forth. Trying to make it even, but some of them aren't. What I should have done is I should have gone through and scored the dotted lines so that they would have folded easier and more evenly. But what is the fun of that? And then this one here. Like that, I think. All right. So now we have a folded thing. Now we have to fold this one. Okay, so let's do this. So paper crafting is not my ideal happy place, as you can probably tell, but I have been challenged. And you know what happens when you have been challenged? You have to try to at least accomplish the challenge. So I am trying to accomplish the challenge, I really am. But it is difficult, I'm telling you. The crafts themselves aren't difficult. It's more, well, so far they haven't been anyway. It's more dealing with fiddly things. I just don't deal well with fiddly things. I think that's probably what my issue is I don't do fiddly things very often. And I think I'm right. I think I should have just scored on those dotted lines to make it easier to fold them straight. There we go. Okay, we've folded all of those. All right. It says to staple the dotted line in the center. So I think we have to, no. Make an accordion fold, okay. Okay, so that's a chain fold there. I think I'm doing this wrong. Okay. Pretty sure I'm doing this wrong. But let's see. So those go together like so. That needs to go this way. Because those are the gluing tabs. So those have to go together like so. All right. Okay, so we have to staple here in the center. Let's see. Staple the dotted line in the center and open the accordion to form a circle. All right, so it says to insert. Don't. This doesn't look right. Doesn't look right, peoples. So maybe put them both together and staple. I think so. I think that's the way it's supposed to go. Put them both together like that. Okay. I think I know what I do. Think. I know what to do. So we'll put those together like that. I think I folded these backwards. Because I think I folded these backwards. I think it needs to go this way. Like that. No, that still doesn't look right. Well, I am not sure how this is supposed to go. So let's do this and this. Let's glue these together. No. Nope. Oh, let's get our staple gun here. All right, let's give this a whirl here. It says to staple in the center. I'm not guaranteeing that this will work, but get in there. Of course not. it says to form a circle. And of course my staple's too big. Nope, I don't think I'm going to get this one, guys. Yeah, can you tell I've never done this before? Nope, that's not going to work. I need a bigger staple gun is what I need. I don't have one. So I'm going to have to do it cattywampus. And then this comes up here like so. And those glue together like so. Okay. Alright, so let's take a little bit of tape. I'll figure it out. It's okay. I'll figure it out. So I've got some double-sided tape here, because I don't want to muck around with glue. Alright. Okay, so there we go. There's one. Then we're going to do the same thing here. On the center line. And then we got to bring them together like so. Put some tape on there. And then stick them together. And try to make them somewhat into a semicircle, like so. And then stick them together, like so. So we'll take a piece of tape and run it all the way down. And then we'll stick it. I ain't guaranteeing that this is going to be pretty. Well, at least the coloring's pretty. Alright. So there is our circle. Alright, so now I need this one. On the back here. Okay, I don't think my sticky tape is working on the back here. Alright, so let's just throw that anywhere. Alright, let's put this in the center. Alright, yeah, it's not going to go in the center. So we'll put that in the center, like so. And then we take our, where's our other one? Oh, there it is. Then we take these and we put them together like so. Put these together like so, and then we stick them to the back. I think I got it, guys. Yeah, it only took me 20 minutes to figure out how to do this. Alright, and then on the back, we stick this like so. And let's move that. I don't like that there. Let's move that like so. There we go. I made a ribbon. And there is our paper craft from the Felissimo summer set. Again, this set is called Summer. And I'm going to move all of my bits around here. So there is our summer set. And the poem for summer is wet sand between your toes, swell of the surf creating color, skin warm from the sun, ocean tide saying aloha. My brain is just done. All right, so the colors in this is Tidal Solstice, Sandy Sunday, Sapphire Surge, Cerulean Horizon, Blazing Azure, Majestic Marine, Castaway Harbor, Beachside Palm, Surf's Up, Sparkling Bubbles, Brilliant Botanica, Kiwi Keen, Creaming Soda, Playful Pina, Salty Blonde, Picnic Heat, Toasty Afternoons, Seashell Story, say that 10 times fast, Burning Sunset, and Shrimp Taco. And those are all the colors that I'm going to put in the description below the video. If you could please, please, please participate, if I would be ever so grateful, and create a wonderful little story and put it in the description or put it in the comments below the video. Here is our wonderful little special ribbon for the 500 colors of the Felissimos. Alright guys, with that I'd like to say thank you all very much for watching. Of course, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. Not only does this help us out with our self-esteem, because, you know, self-esteem in us YouTubers, sometimes we don't have a lot. And of course, it also helps us out with our analytics. So it sends YouTube the message that you enjoy what you're watching, and YouTube sends more people over to see us. And of course, remember tomorrow is Saturday, so tomorrow is a start over Saturday. We're picking a new picture of Christine Caron. And of course, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Thank you all very much for watching. You have a fantastic day, and I will see you again tomorrow. With that, bye-bye for now.